Okay, hello and welcome back to some more F1 2021 My Team. Today you join me for race number 2 of Season 8 in China. We're currently P2 in the championship after the first race. Still driving without traction control. So I kind of wish I decided I was going to drive without traction control before I chose the tracks, because China is such an awful track when it comes to things like traction control. I mean, turn 1 to turn 4 is just loops. And then after that you have turn 11 and 12, turn 6, 7, 8 and 9. They're all awful. But you know what? We'll go into it and we'll qualify and hopefully do good. So, going into qualifying then, it's quite a good track for engine based cars, but you do also need a good aero package and chassis package. But luckily we have both of them as well. But the Renault engine, I found from the first race, it's so good in straight lines. Like, I was overtaking people when I didn't have DRS, and they did, just using ERS. It's quite insane. Anyways, on our qualifying run, we've been on it for the whole lap now, 50 seconds or so. Heading down towards turn 11, which is this left-hander, and then it's a little bit of an uphill into turn 12 in third gear, which is a right-hander. But it's not a smooth right-hander because it goes 90 right and then continues to go rounds. You don't straighten up after it through turn 13 and then down this long straight. DRS on. Daniel Ricciardo move into turn 14 is always good, just diving down the inside there, because there's enough track on the left-hand side for cars to move over and for you to slip down the inside. So it's a perfect overtaking opportunity. Turn 16, finish that now. To go across the line. P8 or P6 even, sorry, P6. Very nice. I'll take that.
The Chinese Grand Prix then is upon us once more, a race that saw Michael Schumacher claim his final Formula One victory in 2006, as well as Red Bull's first with Sebastian Vettel in 2009. There's no doubt we've got plenty more drama to come here in Shanghai. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before the braking zone of turn 14. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty: positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole, and Yuki Tsunoda completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Aitken, Nikita Mazepin, Reed, Stroll, Schwartzman, Perez, and Antonio Giovinazzi. Matsushita, Gasly, Max Verstappen, and Sainz. Russell, Ocon, Kimi Raikkonen, and Marcus Armstrong. Tigtum, Joe, Norris, and Nicholas Latifi. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
So, before I say anything, can we talk about who's to my left for a second, up in P5? Nikita Mazepin. Somehow, 8 seasons in, still driving for Haas, still driving in general, and he's next to me on the grid. The only time he's ever done that is when I've had crashes in qualifying or last race where I just wasn't fast with traction control turned off. But I've done a little bit of practice in between races now, so we're all good. I also drive a Assetto Corsa without traction control. Well, technically, I drive it with factory traction control. So whatever the car is supposed to have, it has. But that's not important. That's for a different time. But yeah, normal strategy, soft to medium. let's just get underway. We had a huge crash into turn 1 last time, so let's hope that doesn't happen because we'll be involved this time. But anyways, the 5 red lights here in Shanghai. We are underway for the Chinese Grand Prix. Also, Jack Aitken in P4. He overtakes Hamilton to take P3 off of the line. We get a pretty good start. Don't lose any positions. We gain a position on Mazepin. He's on our left-hand side now. Hamilton and Aitken, a little bit of contact ahead of us there with them two. That's not great. I mean, it's good for us because it means they're going to hold each other up. But this corner here is awful for us because I can't put my foot down because I'll spin. But the AI can. And they pull away. Oh, Schwartzman looking down our right-hand side. He's gone past us, but we're still there. Heading down towards turn 9. Turn 8 now. Now it's into turn 9. We get back past him. He just wasn't confident enough. There was a little bit of collision there, I think. I think he might hit our rear left. But we're all good. Through down towards turn 11. Hamilton takes back P3 from Jack Aitken. And more collisions from them. The two Mercedes technically drivers. Technically Mercedes drivers. They are drivers. But one is for the sister team. They're absolutely obliterating each other. Aitken looking around the outside of turn 11 to take back P3 once again. It's really not looking good for them two, but if we can get a good exit out of the next couple of corners, we might be able to get past them. Through turn 16 now. Oh my god, they've slowed each other up. We've taken the opportunity, we've seen it, and we've taken it. Up into P3, overtaking both of them. The red indicator has dissipated. Oh, a little bit off the track. Aitken having a look now. We probably shouldn't have gone off track there because that's really slowed us down. But Aitken can't get past. Anyways, we're heading towards Sector 2 now. Oh, I don't know. Why did I shift down there? I don't even know. Anyways, heading down towards turn 9 now. Through turn 9. I love turn 10. Turn 10 is a really satisfying corner to get right. Because you can take it really fast.
Don't panic just yet, but we've seen a problem at our end. We're looking into it.
Oh, well, so you told me not to panic, but I just panicked and put my foot down too early. This is really not good. I'm hoping it gets sorted. It's lap 2. Because not only will it not be good, because I'll have to retire, but I might not be able to make a video out of it. And I'll have to do another race for one video, and then people don't like when I do that. They say it's lazy and whatnot, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It might not be. Oh, Aitken getting close.
Okay,
oh,
looks like a mechanical failure. I'm going to have to ask you to find a safe spot.
All right, Aitken goes past.
Sorry about that.
Hamilton right behind us.
Safe
Jeff, what are you doing? Get on. No, don't.
Are you all right?
Oh.
Engine off. Engine off.
We just caused a huge collision. Jeff. All right, here's Hamilton. Oh no, Jeff. Mazepin as well. I don't know why I was pulling off the track, and then it takes over a car. He turns and left back onto the track to pull back off, and he's just caught a huge pile up. Yo, guys, I'm sorry. The people behind me, I apologise. I don't know how many people went out from that, but there was no one retired.
There'll be many smiles at the factory after that one. A great race and a real team performance to take the win here in Shanghai. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
This is very bad. So everyone beneath me, P11 and down, all retired, or P12 and down, all retired because of my incident. We took 10 people out of the race, man. No, we didn't. We took 11. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. Genuinely, I pulled off the circuit like he told me to. But then, because for some reason, even if you pull off the circuit, they pull you back onto the circuit, move you 10 metres ahead. Oh, hit my mic. And then turn you back off the circuit. So I don't know why they do that. That needs to be fixed in the next game. Because that shouldn't happen. I mean, I almost hit Aitken and I almost hit Hamilton before when it was in my control. But that wasn't in my control. Oh, shit. We took 11 people out. Standings-wise, we only go down to P4 by 17 points. Because we already have the 18. Yuki Tsunoda takes the championship lead. Lance Stroll P2 and Pierre Gasly in P3. I mean, I think that top 4, so us, Gasly, Stroll and Tsunoda, could all be competing for the championship. I just wish that was a Ferrari instead of a McLaren and Mercedes, because then it would be like one of every engine and that would be so sick. But yeah, I mean, that's really not good. The incident wasn't our fault. I really hope you know that that wasn't our fault. Anyone that's ever had an engine issue in the game before knows that even if you pull off the track, unless they like deem it safe, even though that was completely fine, because they literally pulled me 10 metres ahead. Like they did it in Australia as well when I had that engine issue in Australia. And I pulled off. And I pulled off in like a big open area, and then he moved me barely anywhere. I mean, I don't know why it does it, and I kind of wish that they could like make it so that it detects when you're off the track and when you have an engine issue. And if you have an engine issue and you go off the track, it just turns your engine off and you're all good. I'd also like a manual engine turn off, because that'd just be a bit more immersion. But yeah, that's I might need to do another F1 2022 wish list now, because there's a lot more to be said. Maybe what I'll do is I'll list off a few ideas now whilst we're here. Skip it if you don't care, or don't skip it because it will be the end of the video, because I do need to make a video out of this race. I've actually managed to get it's like 11 minutes so far, so that's actually not too bad. But I have 3 things I'd like to add after watching some gameplay and the trailer that would fit in quite well, and not the thing that I just said. That's an additional one. But the pit stops, I'd rather just not have them like the way that they've done it. I'd either want it fully manual or not manual at all. I don't want to like select when you pull in and stuff. I just think there's no need for that sort of stuff, because it doesn't add any more immersion. I had a look, the animation still looks tapped, like it still like just slams you in, rather than it being like a nice smooth movement. But it would be nice to get full manual, maybe even just the fact of when you turn in, but not you selecting when to turning, but you actually turning in, sort of thing. Maybe not like control the throttle and all that. The other thing that I would like to see is classic F1 cars again. I said that in my video that I did like a month and a half ago on what I want, or what I'd like to see, and classic cars is one of them. They don't get played often, but I feel like you could add a lot more in. I mean, classic cars, you could go all the way back to the 60s, have, like the Lotus 79, no, the Lotus 49, and the 79, I'll take the 79, but then like Senna's McLaren, Lauda's Ferrari, Schumacher's Ferrari, Vettel's Red Bull, all of that good stuff. Even maybe like in like an F1 2021 sense with the icon pack, you get an icon pack. There could be like even like 3 icon packs, but you get an icon pack, and then those icons unlock their cars as well. That would be sick. I didn't even think about that until literally just now as I was saying it, but that would be sick. And the third one would be classic tracks, so Hockenheim, Old Hockenheim, Old Silverstone, Valencia, all that sort of stuff would be awesome. Will it happen? Probably not. But if anyone from Codemasters is watching this, or EA, I know you're not, but if you are, 1, sponsor me, I'm joking. 2, get it sorted, because they would be sick. Anyways, thank you for watching this episode. I know it was a bit of a shite one, and a lot of me just talking, because we DNF'd lap 2, and there's nothing I can do about that. I mean, if I like hit a wall or something, I could if I wanted to. I probably wouldn't, but because I don't like China. But I could, just rewind or reload the session, because I have to have the rewinds on, because my wheel keeps disconnecting, and obviously I then have no control whatsoever. But yeah, nothing could be done about that. I had a look after the game. It was an MGU-H issue. But I got that all sorted now. Right, I got it replaced for the next race, and the next race is Imola, and we love Imola because it's a fun track. It might not be as fun with traction control off, because very wet most of the time, but we'll see. I still can't get over Mazepin qualifying P5.